Welcome back, Mzansi. Now, a lot of you have been on our social media have been saying you saw how Feruza folded the samosa, but they want you to show us again how to fold that samosa. So you're going to show us again, right?
Yeah, cool.
Not a problem. Now, we all love a good samosa, and our version made with Boerewors and the Clover Classic Fat Spread is not only the perfect way to celebrate Samosa Day, but it also is an ode and a celebration of Heritage Month this month. Now, Feruza, I'm going to start again, and I want to make the filling because I want to rush into you showing us how to wrap that samosa or fold that samosa again. But before we go too far, how my recipe starts, we're keeping it very simple this time. We're just going to make a simple Boerewors filling that has some of our wors. I've started heating up some of our Clover Classic Fat Spread, and what I'm loving about it is the fact that we could use it in many different applications. It's ideal and it's versatile because you could use it for spreading, you could use it for baking, for cooking, and luckily because it's got that touch of cream, it has that easy spreadability, that smooth spreadability thanks to the clover cream in there. And another thing is it has 7 vitamins. So you know that we're going to be making this dish. You've got all those nutrients in there. I'm actually going to start frying some of this mince up here. But let me start with, as you can see, we're melting up some of our Clover Classic Fat Spread. Like we did earlier, you did show us that we're using some pur. Is pur...
Pur is just the word for the samosa leaf or pastry. So like I said, it's made out of flour and water. But what's really important when you're doing something like the Boerewors filling, moisture is the enemy of a samosa, because when you bite into it, you want crunch. Okay? True. So ensure that when you're braising your Boerewors, the filling, that you get all the liquid out of it. Okay? You want something dry and crumbly like how we have here.
So in essence, all right, cool. So in essence, you want it to be this kind of consistency.
This kind of consistency. You can see there's no liquid on it. I can take my spoon and I love the coriander or the dhania in it. So this is what I'm looking for, crumbly.
Nice crumbly.
Okay? So that, because if I put moisture to this, it's going to go soggy. And then we'll have a sad, soggy samosa. We don't want that.
We don't want that.
Okay. So, would you like me to just
Please do, go ahead. So all I'm going to do is just fry up my onions and then add in the elements here,
so
which is
once again, guys, the idea is to create an even-sided triangular pocket. And I've got my super glue here. Again, a little bit of all-purpose flour. So I'm simply going to go left to right. And remember, the aim is to create an even-sided triangular pocket. And then I'm going to think like I'm folding a plastic bag or a flag straight up. And I'm halfway there. I'm going to put my thumb in the pocket, give it a gentle twist, and now I'm going to move that over. Now I've got my little triangle and I'm ready to add my filling. How are you doing there?
I'm doing okay. I'm actually adding that wors filling that we've got. So all we did is we took our wors from its casing and we're using it in the filling here. And the best thing about that is the fact that it's already seasoned. You know that your wors is already seasoned.
And I like the fact that the wors also has some fat in it, so there's flavor.
So that's additional flavor. So we're just going to let that cook down to this type of crumbly.
And now over again. And then I'm going to go in. I've got my little bit of paste. You can use your finger there as well. Close it. And this is actually ready for the oil. Once again, I'm just going to hold my hand there. You can see I can comfortably hold my hand there. And I'm simply not going to drop. I'm simply going to slide it gently in there.
And it starts bubbling away like you said again.
It starts bubbling.
Yeah, this is why I love our masterclasses, Feruza, because not only do we learn, but the rest of South Africa gets to learn all these tricks, all these tips on how to do what exactly to do. What is important, though, is to always make sure that your filling is already seasoned correctly, because you're not going to open that samosa until you bite into it.
And the other very important thing that you're doing there is that when you're filling with meat, it's got to be cooked.
It's got to be cooked.
So rotisserie chicken is amazing, and then leftover barbecue. And in this instance, if you're using Boerewors, you are actually cooking it down. Because remember, samosas cook really quickly, and you don't want to end up with raw meat on the inside.
Yeah, samosa's done. All we have to do now is enjoy them.
Yes, absolutely.
Clover's range of margarines and spreads. Classic spread. Mama Bake.
Margie, how do you know what we like?
I know someone who knows.
Spread the Margie love.
Made with love by Clover.